6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Assalamualaikum madam, my name is Hana Sofia binti Hud, and as for today my group members and I will be presenting our system for the Microsoft Excel project. This group consists of 4 members, which are Nur Adila binti Muhammad Fauzi, Afiqah Alia binti Zainuddin, Alia Jasmine binti Abdullah, and myself Hana Sofia binti Hud. First and foremost, the topic that has been chosen by us for this project is the Sales and Invoicing Information System. Meanwhile, the name of the business is maskgallery.co, and this name is chosen because it is a business that sells different types of masks with variety of designs. It is similar to opening an art gallery, but this is specially made for masks. Therefore, our project title is Sales and Invoicing Information System of maskgallery.co. Maskgallery.co basically produces and sells variety types and designs of masks. For example, we have cotton mask, which is known as a reusable mask, and we also have surgical mask, which is known as a disposable kind of mask. This mask came with 2 sizes only, which is for kids and adults. We also have 2 different loops, ear loop and head loop, for this mask, so our customers could purchase their mask with their very own preferred loops. Moving on to the next section, which is the system that we have developed for this project. Maskgallery.co system is developed for sales and invoicing information system. It is to ensure that all operations in this business can easily be handled, so it could use cashier or staff to arrange and manage data systematically and effectively. As for the project significance, we have a total of 6 project significance. It is to help business owner handle their business in a systematic way, reduce time in handling business operations, provide systematic and accurate data for future reference of the business. It can also help to monitor the business performance, keep track with any transactions, and lastly, to prevent any redundancy of error from occurring when employees key in customers' order. Next, we will be presenting our Sales and Invoicing Information System for maskgallery.co that has been created using Microsoft Excel. My name is Hana Sofia binti Hud, and I will be the first presenter for today. The first sheet that will be shown when we open this system is the menu sheet. Apparently, on this menu sheet, we will firstly see the logo for maskgallery.co, and we choose this logo because it represents the products that we are selling. We also included our motto in the logo, which is keep stylish with your mask. Other than logo, we also included several buttons in this menu sheet. A total of 8 buttons in this sheet, which represents all sheets that are available in our system. These sheets are product information, new shopping cart, checkout, purchase receipt, customer information, order history, sales invoice, and sales performance. These buttons are for users or staff to click, and each of them are set with hyperlink, which apparently will help users to automatically go to any sheet that they wish to use. For instance, if any employee or staff wishes to use the new shopping cart, she can easily just click this button and it will automatically bring you to the new shopping cart sheet. Another example that we could show is when a staff wanted to view the monthly sales performance of maskgallery.co, she could easily click the sales performance button and the sheet will automatically change to the sales performance sheet. Therefore, this has actually eased any action that will be taken from staffs or employees of the business, as they can easily click at any sheet or button that they want, and it will automatically go to the sheet that they wanted to. Assalamualaikum, my name is Afika Alia Betizanudin and I will be presenting about the product information of Mask Gallery Co. So here is the list of product details that we have provided. We provide 7 different types of masks which are KF94 mask, surgical mask, duckbill mask, embroidered mask, satin mask, pleated mask and plain cotton mask. There is no function installed in product information sheet here because we are only insert the image and name of each type of mask, the code of each items and the price so that it will be easy for customer to purchase the items that they want by checking the price of the items and looking at the image that appears on the product information page here. As can be seen right here, each type of mask has different prices because the material that has been used for each mask are different. As example, for reusable mask, we can see here, such as embroidery mask, satin mask, pleated mask, and plain cotton mask. This mask is reusable mask. They seem more expensive than disposable mask at the top here, because we know that reusable masks are made of different fabrics, may have different styles, and it can last longer, while disposable masks they are only for short-term usage. That's why there are pricing differences between disposable masks and the reusable mask. After the customer has decided the item that they want to purchase, they can just click the next button here, which will directly take them to another sheet, which is new shopping cart.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Adila and I will be presenting the new shopping cart. Since our group chose to run maskgallery.co, so we will introduce new shopping cart to ensure our business running smoothly. In new shopping cart, the customer have to insert their name manually. Let's say I'm the customer, so I will insert my name, Nur Adila. And the date shown here is the current date. As we can see, today is 2 February 2022, and for the shipping fees we use data validation function so that the customer can choose whether Semenanjung or Sabah Sarawak. So I live in KL, I will choose Semenanjung. In this section, code item, item type, color and look, and price each item, we use function VLOOKUP and if, so the information here will be synchronized with the data information will be synchronized from the product information. So the customer need to insert their order quantity manually. Let's say I'm the customer, so I will insert which item I wanted to. In the total purchase row, it will automatically show the total purchase of each item as we use function if and sum, and so the amount here will be shown the total purchase of order quantity and price each item. So we move to subtotal row. In this column, the amount shown automatically plus from the shipping fees, and in the discount column, each customer who purchase more than 100 will get 10% discount. So I get the 10% discount. And in total column, we use sum function. So the amount of subtotal will minus the discount, then the amount of total the amount of exact total will be shown here. In discount, we use function if. So the customer, so if I purchase, let's say if I purchase more than 100, I get 10% discount. If not, it will automatically turn to 0%, which I do not get the discount. And here we also insert menu and checkout button, where we use hyperlink. Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Adila. Next, in the checkout section, the customer need to confirm and fill in the details. There are two sections, which is customer information and delivery information. So the customer need to fill in the name, phone number, address, city, postcode, and shipping fees. So for the name in the customer information, link with the delivery information name. So the customer no need to retype. For the shipping fees, it will automatically link with the shopping cart. So what customer choose in the shopping cart will automatically appears here. Our business offer 3 types of payment method, which is cash on delivery, online banking, credit or debit card. And we use data validation function, so the customer can choose whatever payment method they wanted to. For the order summary section, this as the proven that the customer are confirmed to purchase the item, or in other words, we say as serious buyer. They can reconfirm their amount of payment as we stated: subtotal, discount, and total. And after that, they can go to purchase receipt button or menu. For this button, we use hyperlink function. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Jasmine binti Abdullah, and I will be demonstrating and presenting for the purchase receipt. It is useful for our customer as a proof of payment. So here we can see deliver to Nurul Aina, for example. We don't have to type it manual as it automatically updated here, Nurul Aina. And then the shipping information, we use standard delivery. And then for the payment method, this customer choose to use cash on delivery COD. For the product purchase, she had choose 4 surgical masks and 1 satin mask, and then she bought totals up to RM 71 ringgit. Here we don't have to type it manual also, as it automatically updated from the order summary here at the checkout page. So here also we have 2 button, which is menu button and also customer information button. We use hyperlink function, so easy, just click and it direct to the next page. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Jasmine binti Abdullah, and I will be demonstrating and presenting for the customer information. Here we have around 200 lists of customers data. The first one is invoice ID, which we use filtering function here. And then the date customer order, which is from 2 January 2021 until 24 January 2021, which is from January until December month, we use filtering function. Then for the date shipping, also the same, we use filtering function from January until December. Then for the name, we use filtering function also. And then for the address, also we use filtering function. And then for the number phone, also filtering function. And then for the item, we use filtering function also, which is we have 7 types here. And then it is easy, as if you want to see the customer who purchased only surgical mask, for example. So we just untick the rest, and then it will show only the list of customer who bought surgical mask only. So it is easy. We do not have to scroll one by one to search for surgical mask. Okay, and then here we also use data validation, so just select from the drop down list here. And then for the type also, we have filtering function and also data validation. And then for color also, we have black, blue, green, pink, purple, and also data validation. For the size also, we use filtering function for adult and kid, and also we have data validation. And then for the loop also, we use filtering function for ear loop or head loop. And also we use data validation here. And for the order quantity here, we use filtering function also, which is it shows the quantity ordered by our customer. And then for shipping fees, we also use a filtering function, which is for East RM8 and for West RM10. And then we also have data validation here. For price of each item here, filtering function also. And then for the total purchase, also use filtering function, which include the total purchase, include the shipping fees. And then lastly, here we have two button, which is we use hyperlink function for customer order history button and also menu button. So it is easy as we just have to click and it direct to the next page. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia Jasmine binti Abdullah and I will be demonstrating and presenting for the customer order history. Here we have around 200 list of customer order history. First, we have the number here, we use a filtering function, and then for the invoice ID, we use filtering function also. For the name, we use filtering function also, and then for code item, we use filtering function also. We have 1 until 7, and then we use data validation also. And for the item, we also use filtering function, so it is easy. We have duckbill embroidery, KF94, plain cotton mask, pleated, satin, and surgical. We also use data validation here. And for the type, we also use filtering function. We have disposable and reusable, and we also use data validation. And then for the color, we also use filtering function. We have 5 color: black, blue, green, pink, purple. And we also use data validation here, so it is easy. For example, if you want to see customer who bought only blue, for example, so we just select the blue one, and it will show all customer who just bought the blue mask. So it is easy. And then for the loop here, we also use filtering function, ear loop and head loop, and we also have data validation here. And then for the order quantity, we also use filtering function. And then for the shipping fees, we also use filtering function, East RM8, and for West we have RM10. So we also use data validation here. And then for price of each item, we also use filtering function. And then for the total purchase, we also use filtering function, which include shipping fees. And for the date customer order, we use filtering function from January until December, and we also use data validation. So you can see here, please enter the date using the following format. The date must be from 1 January until 31st December 2021. So for example, if you search date other than that, so value doesn't match. So it is easy. And then for the date shipping, also we use filtering function, and also we use data validation, the same as the date customer order. And then for discount membership, we have yes or no, use filtering function, and we use the if formula function. So it is easy. For customer who purchase above 100, they will get discount membership, yes. So it automatically updated by using if function. They will get 10% discount. And then we have two buttons here, sales invoice and also menu. We use hyperlink function, so it is easy. Just click this and then it will go to the next page. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Afika Alia binti Zainuddin. So for the sale invoice, the function that has been used here is VLOOKUP. We didn't use the VLOOKUP in invoice ID. We only use VLOOKUP function on here, which is customer name, date order, shipping fees, code item, type, color, loop, order quantity, and price each items. We can see the formula here. So all of these that we use for VLOOKUP function are linked to the customer order history sheet. So it will save our time because we don't have to fill in manually, since once we enter the invoice ID here, the data will appear automatically. Therefore, it is easy for the seller to review the customer's invoice or to keep track of sales based on what the customers have purchased. Meanwhile, for discounts, we use the if function, and those customers that purchase our product that cost 100 ringgit and above will receive a 10% discount, and the total price will be displayed here immediately. As example, let's say we go to the customer order history. We take any invoice ID from here. Let's say I take Nik Nurfaidah binti Sabri. I take her invoice ID. We only have to copy and go to sale invoice and
paste. So look, it can be seen that all of the data for the customer display here automatically. And if we look at this customer's subtotals, it is 120 ringgit. Since she spent more than 100, she will receive 10% discount, and we can see here the total price will immediately appear right here. So lastly, we have two buttons here to go to another sheet. In order to create these two buttons for sales performance and the menu, we can just use the hyperlink function so that we can just click. Let's say I click the menu, and it will take us to the page we choose here. So that's all from me. Thank you.
And as for the last sheet for this system is the sales performance sheet. My name is Hana Sofia binti Hood, and I will be explaining the functions that has been used in this last sheet of the system. This sales performance sheet is basically used for the references among employees. Employees or staff could easily check the performance of massgallery.co for each month that the business has been operating. The performance of this business could be seen from the total sales for all of our products. Rather than just look at the sales performance for all products, we could also easily look at the individual sales performance for each product. Since this business has only been operating for 1 year, the sales and the performance is interpreted based on monthly performance and not yearly performance. There are several Excel functions that has been included in this last sheet of the system. We have used pivot table, pivot chart, and also slicer. The first function is the pivot table. As for the pivot table, we have two columns with labels which represents type of mask or items, and also the second column is the sum of order quantity, and at the very bottom of the pivot table, it shows the grand total of products. Next is the slicer. Slicer are used to list the month as items. Slicer is apparently similar to the filtering function. Just click on the slicer, which month that we want to see, and the pivot table and chart will automatically change for the month that we choose. It is the same for items. Just choose any item and the pivot table will show any information for the selected item. This pivot chart represents the data in the pivot table and also the slicer. This is the total order quantity purchase of mask for 1 year, but it could be used to see the monthly total order quantity purchase. If a staff wanted to see the purchase for the month of February, she could easily click the February button in the slicer, and the total for the quantity purchase in the month of February will be shown in the chart. All of these functions are used in order to ensure that our staff could easily understand the data. We also have one button for users to go to the menu, and it uses hyperlink. Another example that we could show is when we choose the month of May, and we could see that the pivot table only shows the sum of order quantity for only the month of May. And at the pivot chart also, it only shows the same total as in the pivot table. And let's see if we change the month to the month of July. And as we can see, here is the grand total is 53. the duck bill mask sum of order quantity for duck bill mask is 7, and as we could see, it is same number in the pivot chart, which is 7 for duck bill mask. If we take a look at the item only in the slicer function, if we choose only the satin mask, it will only show the yearly total quantity purchase of mask for satin mask only, and it is the same in the pivot table also. In the item slicer, we could also click this button if we wanted to reduce any mask that we did not want to show in the pivot chart or pivot table. For example, we unclick this mask and these 3 masks. Therefore, only 4 types of mask will be shown in the total quantity purchase of mask, which is plain cotton mask, pleated, satin, and also surgical. This will also happen in the pivot chart, pivot table. And that is all from us, which is Sales and Invoicing Information System for maskgallery.co. Thank you.